Daniel, how you doing, man? Back on another sunny, shining day. Just kidding. It's actually snowing and cloudy outside, but we can pretend, right? I'm great. How are you? I'm good, man. So far, so good. Can't complain. Well, I could always complain, but there's just no point. I actually finally get to do some playing here because I've been doing mod testing stuff for so many hours that now I get to actually play with some of the stuff I've been breaking. Whoa. Oh, that's not good. I didn't think that was a very good grab. You know what? She's gonna come off there either way. This grapple's a little wide for this molly, so. It's alright, this is a good test to make sure the molly can handle the abuse. You can get that. I don't think I can get those in there, can I? Nope. Not the molly for this one. Maybe I can offset it, grab it a little bit off here. I don't think so. Oh, you could probably get away with trying that. That'd work. Can't fit all of them in there though. Little sketchy. Damn it. I now have 55 hours on Pine Ridge. Oh man, that's a long time. That's a lot of hours. Pine Ridge is a fun one though. And boy oh boy, there are a lot of trees to kill on that map. I wasn't planning on loading the loader, but we're kind of here now, so. Fix this mic cord here. 1 second. There you go. You still hear me? Testing, testing. Or I didn't disconnect it in the wrong way. You're getting snow. Here south of me in northwestern Washington at the moment. It's raining. Yeah, we had lots of rain and now it's turned into snow. So we kind of get the full... So I want to be ahead a little bit more. We kind of get the full dealio. Our weather is so bipolar right now, it doesn't really know what it wants to do. Some days it's like, oh, we're raining, and then spring is here, and then other days it's like, oh, hey, actually, we're back in winter. It's supposed to go to like -16 tonight, and I'm like, how? We just got out of all that. Don't even know how that's happening, but the weather gonna do what the weather gonna do, I guess. Crush It says he has 85.2 hours on his Sitka map. That's awesome. That's a lot of hours. But I understand how easy it is to rack up the hours in this game too, so totally get you. I don't know how many hours I got on this Fox Creek save. It's probably quite a few. Is there a way you can check in-game? Probably, hey? I don't know. This machine has an hour and 1.2 hours on it, but I just bought it. Is there like an hour counter in here somewhere? I don't even actually know that. I've never looked for that. Map? Or maybe it's on the actual save game itself, hey, like listed. Joe Carbonneau. Soon you will try this on FS25. I'm kind of scared of mistake. Kind of scared of making a mistake, or what do you mean? Like in logging? There are no mistakes in logging. Just get the wood on the truck. However that needs to happen. Or as Bob Ross would say, happy accidents. Oops. All right. All right, well, just be weird then. Yeah, making a mistake and have much hard time to control the joystick. Oh yeah, well that comes with time and practice, and trust me, you'll get good at the joysticks. That'll just happen naturally. Just takes time, but you'll get there. You keep working at it. See if that little one stays there. You go slow enough, it shouldn't hop around too bad. It's 90 here on Saturday, and then Sunday we're in the 30s. Yeah. Well, it's spring, man. Bipolar weather. What do you get? Hey, it's just the way she goes. It shows how many hours when you load into the map. Oh, thanks, Emmett. Yeah, I'll check that one day. Or do I really want to know? I don't know. I don't know if that's information I need to know. Not information I'm sure I want to know. How many hours have you spent on this game? Don't tell me. I don't want to know that number. You know what? I want to know how many hours I've spent on working on grapples. That'd be a scary statistic. I bet we're in the thousands over the years now. Limmerbucker! Hey, there's a guy. How you been, man? You changed your name on YouTube for a long time ago, so I was always trying to figure out who the hell that was. I'm like, why am I following it? Who is this guy? And then I looked at your videos and I was like, oh man! It's Chill Boy. How you doing, man? you guys are seeing that Limberbucker account, go follow that guy, because he's got the sweetest processing videos. He's actually like the reason and the main dude that I spent all the time watching processor videos before I ever actually sat in a real processor, trying to get them similar to his setup. The OG himself. Appreciate you stopping, man. That's so sweet. Cool, cool. And for people who can't see that chat, I have two that are going. I have two streams. I got one vertical feed stream, and then we also got one of the desktop style ones. That's why there's two different worlds going on. Hi Moto, how you doing, man? Back again. What the hell time is it for you now? I think last time I saw you it was like 3 a.m. or something, or 2 a.m. God, Steph, what do you think about the Scandinavian way of logging? I'm assuming you mean like forwarders and harvester drop kind of thing. I assume. In which case, yeah, it's cool, man. European style logging stuff is pretty cool. We actually do a lot of that similar setup here now. We never used to back in the day, but now we're doing a lot more of it up where we live. Alright, now I got this other pile of wood that's just up the road here, so we're going to leave this and go throw that on there. The scary statistic, how many trees I processed. Oh man. Yeah, you betcha, Limberbucker. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Keep doing what you do, brother. Have I ever tried operating a forwarder or harvester? Oh yeah. Yep. Harvester, yes. Forwarder, I've never actually operated moving trees in real life, but I have sat in a forwarder. I think it was a Caterpillar forwarder, and I was able to swing the boom around and have some fun with it for a minute. That was at a little trade show thing. But that's the only machine I think out of all of these that I've never actually moved real trees with in real life. Everything else I have done in some form or another. It's almost 3 p.m. Oh yeah. What the hell time was it? It must have been like super early for you then when I saw you last night. Sticky little trees here. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Hi, Moto. It was 3 a.m. Oh, yeah? You're an all hours kind of person, too, I see. Up at all hours. Just a lost VFR pilot. This is Farming Simulator 2025, yes. And we're playing with my FDR Logging mods. I spent a whole bunch of time on these last night messing with the log physics and some of the grapples. And yeah, actually, so far the results are working out pretty good. Thought I was going to have to do a little more fine tuning, but don't think we will have to. Just glad we finally got rid of that pile because I've been staring at it for a while driving past it. Why does the cam forcing your face down to the ground if I'm using the grabber cam on the yarder? There's a whole bunch of issues with the yarder. That's probably one of them. The yarder is in a currently removed status from the hack because it's got a whole bunch of issues, but that will be something that will be fixed if it comes back to existence. We'll see here. I put a lot of time into that yarder, so I don't really want to get rid of it, but if I can't make it do what I want it to do, then I have no choice but to discontinue it. But I have a couple other things I want to try to see if I can make it work. It's kind of a nightmare trying to make a yarder for this freaking game. At least make a yarder the way yarders are supposed to be made. Mr. Just a Lost. The mods are all public and they're free. So if you go to fdrlogging.com, my website there, you can download all the mods for free. You just need to buy the game. That's the only expense. And then obviously if you want to do joysticks and all that fun stuff, that's added pricing. Man, I don't know what freaking allergies or what, but man, my nose is just constantly running. I guess it's spring now, so all the cool different dusts that have been accumulating all winter are coming to life now that the snow is not on them anymore. So that's pretty cool. Love that. Sweet, I'm gonna check that out after work. Looks like logging is gonna be much. Yeah, oh yes. Compared to the in-game logging, the stuff I've made is night and day difference for sure. So I don't think it'll ever be perfect, but we're getting pretty close to at least being stable, which is kind of the goal. God Steph, is the farm sticks better than the T16000? Yes, I think they are anyway. Some people might argue that one, but I just like having, cause there's just way more buttons. You have way more things you can set for buttons, and that's kind of a big deal for me. That's a big deal for me, especially when there's so many different things you can configure. Mark. Farming Simulator 2025, and we are using the FDR Logging mods, which I am the creator of. Mods are free. Go to www.fdrlogging.com. Yeah, right on. Thanks there, Mr. VFR Pilot. Welcome to Pop By Anytime. I'm streaming quite a bit more than I used to, so you'll see me around. No plans on a Logmax head at the moment. That doesn't mean it's never going to happen, but if I do, I have to talk to them, because technically they're kind of sort of a partner through a weird way. But not officially, well, they are and they aren't officially a sponsor. It's a weird thing. But yeah, maybe one day. Nothing at the moment though. I've been so focused on log physics and grapple physics that I haven't been making anything, and I have a whole bunch of stuff that's all torn apart that I gotta finish, so. But we just released 11, so 12, I got a while before I gotta rush out 12, so. But so far, like I said, I learned a lot of stuff from the 11.0 update in terms of log physics, and I found some new stuff that we're testing here. As you can see, the logs are pretty politely responding to the grapples. I'm not really motoring here, I'm going pretty slow on purpose because I'm just kind of watching how they react. But a little bit higher friction on them. And yeah, they just seem to settle more in the grapples a little bit better, so. It's always just trying to make little tiny improvements wherever we can. Run, smash, ignore me, why don't you? Ignoring me or ignoring you? Or are you talking to somebody else? I have no idea what you're talking about. Grayson Morrison, how's it going, man? Add a wheeled buncher. I don't have any wheeled bunchers. No wheeled bunchers. Everything I have is on tracks. I have wheeled skidders, but yeah. Nothing on the wheeled buncher front. Actually, the in-game wheel buncher works just fine. I did test that out when I was bored one day. So I got nothing bad to say about that. And it actually even works on the FDR trees, the heavier ones. It's not like super duper, but it does the trick. Helicopters, that'd be cool. I'd be down for adding helicopters again. I don't have a script for a working helicopter. I haven't even looked to see, has anybody made helicopters for FS25 yet? It usually takes a while, but somebody eventually finds a script for one. They were pretty glitchy in 22. Was it 22 I think I made a helicopter? Or maybe it was 19, I can't remember. But they were pretty glitchy. We also had a lot of problems with multiplayer as well. But if there's a working script out there, and whoever made the script wants to share, then I would happily bring back that Swarovski helicopter. That was fun. Actually, we're probably gonna... I forgot to unlock that. There we go. Someone converted one of yours. One of my what? One of the helicopters? Seen a forestry helicopter on a third-party site. Oh yeah, okay. So maybe there's somebody's converted some stuff then. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I don't have access to any scripts or anything for the helicopters, or I haven't seen anything yet. Haven't been looking either. We got enough stuff on the go. You have a Logmax in real life, the 10,000 XT on your Timber Pro. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, anything models. Unfortunately, if I do want to get a model of something, I either have to get it directly from the company, or I have to have it built by a 3D modeling team. I can't accept donations of models. I also can't use models off of like purchasable sites. I have to have them built. It's a stupid legality thing now with my company, which is why we have a little bit less stuff coming all the time, because getting new models built is very, very expensive. But I might have a lead on getting that. Oh, you know, we should probably load up some of those long logs too. Yeah, maybe what we'll do is we'll go turn around and dump this pup trailer, and then we'll load up some of those longs. I forgot about the longs. We'll start the long walk of this poor loader. Are the joysticks pretty stable on the table? Well, Mike, these ones are like sticky tack down, and I actually literally put screws in the desk to hold them. So they're not super stable having them just loose on your desk. They tend to move around, so you kind of got to find a system for locking them down. This poor table has seen, or this desk, I've had it for like 100 years, and it's seen so much abuse, but I've screwed things to it, and it's pretty much committed to the service of dying now, so I can do whatever I want to it. But if you have a really nice desk, I wouldn't recommend putting screws into it. There are mounts and other things you can get for it. Yeah, Mike, you won't regret it, man. You won't regret it. God stuff. How much does it cost to get a machine model? Well, you know, it's changed so dynamically over the last like couple years. I used to be able to get a full model built for a machine from some of the contractors that I worked with for like anywhere from $150 to $250 US. That was pretty standard. Now, I don't know what is going on in the world of modeling, but yeah, it's like the cheapest I've ever seen so far is like $489 was a quote that I got from a guy. So models are freaking expensive, man. All right, we're just gonna go chuck this guy over here for a minute. So yeah, that's been kind of a pain in the butt trying to get modelers and stuff. But like I said, there's lots of 3D sites that have forestry models and stuff on them, but unfortunately I can't use any of that stuff because it's a different type of licensing stuff. You have to get them hand built. That's what happens when you become too big of a company or too well known. I can't get away with doing some of the stuff that the smaller modders get away with anymore. Because I've had a legal thing or two come up in the past. Nothing too bad. It's not like I had to go to court or anything crazy like that, but just some stuff that had to get settled. Actually, you know what? Let's do butts to the back, because we got a bit of an arc in our trailer here. Oops. MJ Woody Gaming, how you doing, man? Yes, Bob, I have. Unfortunately, it's really rough on the frame rate if you try to run and stretch it across all three monitors. And I'd prefer more frame rate in-game than battling with that. Just better unlock that loader. We're gonna have a real slippery time. What have you done most in real life in logging? The most I've done is loading, like log loading. Basically what I'm doing right now. I have the most hours doing that in real life. But done a little bit of processing, a little bit of skidding. I'd say the lowest I have is probably the buncher. Did get a chance to do a little bit of bunching, but it wasn't much. I would like more of that, because that was actually really fun, but not something there was a lot of availability on. Oregon Trees, how you doing, man? What's going on in here? Well, you know, you could take some lucky guesses, but I think you'd probably figure it out. Tiger Place. Yes, this is cool. You're right. It's pretty neat. Pretty darn neat. Ooh, it's a bit of a greedy grab. My grapple doesn't even want to turn with that. Whoop. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Getting a bit heavy here. Don't have a whole lot of room left on there, but we can probably throw another little scoop. Actually, I'm gonna do this way. Longs are a little bit more of a pain in the butt loading. They kind of, mostly visibility wise. In real life, it's a lot easier because I can like turn my head and look down the logs to see what I'm doing. But when I can't really look and there's no depth perception, it's a little bit harder to line longs up. That's why shorts are kind of my go-to in this game, but we'll call that a bunk. It went on there pretty nice though. They settled quite nice, so. Log test passed. I tried planting, tried planting a field of grass on your Vocally map. I don't know. I honestly don't know anything about the planting of stuff on the map, so if it's not working, it's probably something I did wrong that I don't know about. That or I've maxed out the amount of stuff on the map, so you can't add more. It's the same with planting trees. I'm way over the maximum amount allowed on the Giants maps for trees. So even if you cut down half the forest, usually you still can't plant trees because the tree count is too high. Yes, Oregon, these are 12s, I think. Yes, I'd say they're 12s. Do it, Emmett. Buy a PC. You won't regret it. Erez. How's it going, man? Stefan Mossberg. How well does the sim translate into real-world application? Well, it translates well enough. Well, with the mod stuff that I've done to it, it translates well enough that a lot of real operators have started with this game and then become real operators, so pretty realistic. Obviously there are lots of things that are not realistic in it, but for the most part it's pretty good. With the base game mods, probably not super great, but with the stuff I got, if you want to learn more about it, go to www.fdrlogging.com. I've got all the information to get started playing the game, tutorials, how to get my mods, how to use all the stuff I've made. Makes life a lot easier for people. This was actually a good test because I wanted to see how this X-clam would do against the longer logs here. I'm actually quite happy here. This is looking good. Yeah, exactly. Smash all the thumbs and subscribe and all that fun stuff. What would be my most memorable piece of drivable machinery? Are we talking real life or in this game? In this game, I don't know, I really like the loaders. And in real life, I really like the loaders. It's probably no matter what the answer is going to be, it's going to be loaders. Ooh, that's a bit heavy. That's a bit hefty there of a grab. Pushing the limits of the weight of these machines here. CDO, how's it going, man? Icy, how you doing? Yeah, Jack, both loaders. I've run, I really like the Medills in real life. The 2800C is the one I ran in real life. But I had a chance to run a TigerCat 875 one time, and I really like that one too. Oh man, these are heavy. Let's just grab little bites. And then I've run a TigerCat skidder in real life. TigerCat skidder was really dope. I ran a Caterpillar skidder. Not the one that we have in game, but very similar size. And that was pretty sweet too. And then the buncher I ran was a old, what the heck was it? A Timber King, I think it was called. It basically looked like a Caterpillar, but I don't know if it was actually a Caterpillar or a different brand. It was a really older one, so. Mostly older equipment. I haven't run a crazy amount of the new stuff. I think the newest one I ran was, well, the TigerCat 875 was good. 34 grand for that load. The TigerCat 875 was sweet. That was probably the newer, nicest one that I've run for loaders. The next one down from that would have been a John Deere 2154G, I think it was. It was the newer G series. I really did not like that one. It was a gutless piece of crap. Beautiful on the inside though. Like the interior was so nice for the operator. Like it had all the plugins for your phone, and the heater worked, and the air conditioner worked, and that, like, it was all like really nice, and the button layout was good. Chair was really nice, but man, it just did not have the hydraulic power. It was just an absolute wimp compared to the TigerCat. Anyway, that TigerCat, even the Medill, like the old 2850 or 20, I think it was a 2850 or 2800. I can't remember now. But the old C was like, yeah, night and day difference. But yeah, and that John Deere, man, I just couldn't get it to, like, you couldn't do two things at once. Like if you tried to like pencil logs, forget it, man. Like it would just, trying to close your grapple and tilt at the same time, it would just power out. Even at like the high RPMs, it was just so stupid. But I wasn't the only operator that had issues with that one, so it could have just been that particular machine. But it was like brand new off the line, so we all figured it was going to be this monster gutty machine, and it just wasn't. And then we ended up going back to the old Medill, and it was pretty sweet. What am I talking to? I have two separate streams going, so I have two chats in case anybody thinks I'm just schizophrenic here. So some of you are on the vertical chat, and then some of you are on the desktop view chat. And you can't see each other. Oh, actually, you know what? I want butts to the back again. That worked out good. You should make older equipment. Yeah, I haven't really worked on the older stuff. I do have like the Clark. That's probably the oldest thing that we have, that Clark 880 skidder. I've definitely had some requests for some older equipment. Maybe one day. See how life goes. TJ, what is this? This is Farming Simulator 2025 using my FDR logging mods for logging. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go on the other side of the pile. So I don't have to backswing every single time. Jason, driving a similar model at work as we speak. I had no idea this existed. Oh, now you're gonna have to get it, and then you're gonna have to become addicted to it like the rest of us. So that you can do your work in real life, and then when you get off work, you can come home and do more work. It's super fun. Actually, a lot of guys love it because when they're in breakup season, which we've just entered for our logging area, they all come and play my mods because it gives them that addictive fulfillment. And some people frown upon people that play the game and also do it for a living, but you know what? If you love it, man. That's just the way it should go. Maybe all those sad people one day find a job they like. Maybe. Oregon says, Cat High Cab is your favorite. You can't go wrong with a Medill. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, real life application is going to be different from the video game. I mean, I can like the look. I really like this Cat machine because the visibility is just out of this world. Like, it's such good visibility. But I mean, in real life, there's a lot more to it than just the way the machine looks. You know, how they run, how they operate, how strong the hydraulics are, the layout, how comfortable they are, how many breakdowns it has. Tons of different stuff. In this game, they're all pretty well the same, so it doesn't really matter. You can go by look, but in real life, there's obviously a lot more factors there. I would love to get all these trees on this load, but I just don't know if we're going to get that or not here. You could just stack it to the sky and see what happens here. Let's do these nice, not twisted ones here first. What other mods have I made? Well, just the FDR logging stuff. Basically everything you see in here basically that we're using is all stuff I've made. If you go to that website, you can see all the goodies. Oh man, that trailer's pretty full, but we got 4 pieces. We can make it fit. We'll just chuck it on the back here. Hey Wyatt, how you doing? Alex. I did not make the game itself, just the mods for it, which are like the machines that you're seeing. What's my favorite logging machine? My favorite logging machine is the loaders. I really like the loaders. If I had to pick one job to do in this game for the rest of my life and I couldn't do any of the other jobs, I'd do loading. Basically what I'm doing right now. Probably with this loader and this grapple too. You want to be really specific. There you go, good enough. Need to add some suspension to those back tires. Man, they sure sink when I put that heavy stuff on there. That, and we really overloaded this trailer. We shouldn't be putting that much wood on there, but you know what? It's on there now, so that's just how she be. My back of my fifth wheel hitch is practically dragging on the ground here, so. Gotta love that juicy weight, though. That's what makes it fun. Yeah, Nathan, I don't really do the chipping side. Mostly just don't really like the way this game does ground accumulation of chips and the way you scoop them, and it's just that I don't find to be very realistic. That's why I'm a little bit of a stickler with that. Same with like the mining and the dirt physics and terrain and stuff. I really don't like it in this game. But that's just a personal thing. To others that do it, no judgment, but not my thing. In Construction Simulator, they did a really good job of the dirt physics. I wish they could bring that over here, then I would actually be interested in doing it. Park a little bit further back. My weight distribution on these tracks is a little bit better, so I don't have to worry about rolling over here while I'm grabbing these big ones. Wyatt, yes, this is Fox Creek. I am selling the logs here, Matthew. That's what I'm doing right as we speak. Mike, your dozer works good. Yeah, it's pretty good. You can make a hell of a mess with it, but man, it's pretty unstoppable once you get it rolling in the forest. But the dozer was a pretty big request from a lot of people, so I'm glad we got that one sorted. These logs are freaking heavy, man. Holy. Have you ever seen a P16? Yes, I have, yeah. I've actually seen one in real life. Cool trucks, man. Normals. You call that farming? Well, if we could change the game name to farming or logging simulator instead of farming simulator, I would probably vote for that, but unfortunately, it's still called Farming Simulator. But I guess logging is part of the agricultural world, so logging and farming kind of play a hand in hand with each other in some distant cousin connection there. What was that? 40 grand. Oh, that's not too bad, I guess, for one load of longs. Okay, we're done with the longs now, so that's good. That was good because I wanted to test those. Let's get this guy over here again. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Cuts the ugly ones out. It's good at clearing stuff, that's for sure. Yeah, Nathan, everybody has a different logging show. Trust me, I've seen and heard every single bizarre way of how people do stuff. Some of it makes way more sense than others, and then others have the way they do it, so there's no wrong way as long as the logs are getting on the truck and going to the mill. It's kind of the way I see it. Cat 222. New joysticks look good. Yeah. Whoops. I'm gonna crash here. I'm reading chat. Yeah. Like I said, there was a guy named John who wrote me a really nice email about putting the joysticks in there that move. I still could give a crap less either way about the joysticks being in the cab, but He convinced me, so now they are in there, man. All right, I think I'm gonna do some bunching here for a bit. I'm just gonna get this guy lined up. Eventually I'll bring that pup back, but we're just gonna stick to this easy way for a bit. Okay, leave that there. Dr. Fafo. How you doing, buddy? What do I want to do? You know what I'm going to do? We'll do a cut across here. Let's take out a couple of these here first. Oh, there we go. I was wondering what was going on there. One of my armrests on my chair was actually lower than the other one, and I was wondering if I thought I was losing my mind there for a minute. I was like, they're set at the same height. Why is it doing this? Well, they weren't. So there you go. Ooh. Yeah. We're playing with a whole bunch of new log physics here too, so this will actually be my first time bunching with the new log physics. I haven't tested the bunchers yet. There's a little bit more dampening on the trees, a little bit more friction. It kind of weirdly just makes them feel way heavier, but it's not really the heaviness, it's the visual like catchiness of them that gives them that feeling, which is kind of cool. Let's go right here. And what I have been doing is I just make these little bunches all over the place, or like mini decks everywhere, and then I just chase my buncher with the processor, deck them, and then forward it out to the road. That's been working out pretty good, so works good for when you're doing it by yourself without other guys. Then you get a whole bunch of different jobs too, so you're jumping from thing to thing. You're not stuck in one machine, which is nice. Michael, how you doing? Hello in the French. Well, hello in the English. Yeah, Doc, it's only gonna get better in the next update. Those trees were good, and I've just basically improved upon them even further. Same with the grapples and stuff. I've figured out some stuff. But if it wasn't for what I did in the 11 update, I would have never figured out how to do what I've done in the future 12 update. It's going to be pretty cool. It will be good. Lucas, know the wrong ways to use auto trailers. That's true. Okay, I'll take that, Lucas. I said there's no wrong way to log. Auto trailers, yeah, I have a pretty negative view of auto trailers. Practice logging. Even if you do a bad job logging with a mouse and keyboard or you know, an Xbox controller, it's still going to be the worst job you can do on those is still going to be better than using an auto trailer. Skill checking. It's too funny. Iron Spotty Gaming, this caught my attention. Nice setup for logging. Yeah, dual joysticks is the way to go, man. I don't know how many sets of these dual joysticks I've sold, but we're in the thousands of numbers now, according to Amazon and Thrustmaster. So we're having a very good impact on the logging community by promoting these joysticks, which I'm sure that company just loves. Yeah, just this Christmas alone, like I was looking at the link, so like on Amazon, because I have the Amazon links basically on my website that links back. I get like a commission off of it, although they changed that so you don't really make very much. I think I made $120 or something off of selling 312 sets of joysticks just in, when was that? November to December 31st, I think it was. So like 2 months roughly. And I mean, this is worldwide. It's not just like for where I live. It's like people buying them all over. But I mean, Amazon probably made, you know, like, I don't even want to know how, off 300 sets of joysticks, probably like, I don't know, thousands of dollars. And then us who promote them, we get, you know, just a stipend off of that. It's ridiculous. But hey, you know what? It all goes in the it all goes in my FDR logging pot, and I use it to pay for stuff and the website. And sometimes when we can afford models, oh my God, can't believe how expensive those are now. It's ridiculous. Just means we'll get less stuff. That's all it is. But I don't know. Everything's out of hand right now. Like the economy and freaking price of stuff is just like, it's like COVID 2.0 happening. Chip shortages and blah 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 blah. Man, I just love how these are settling now. They just fall into those piles just so chill. Throw us on a hill though, we might see a different situation. How much are the joysticks? So I paid for each joystick, I paid $115 Canadian. But I don't know what they are in every country. They'll probably be different. But I don't know if they've gone up, because I bought mine in, well, I got my original set. Thrustmaster gave me the original set. I didn't have to pay for those ones. And then when I was having issues with some buttons, I just said screw it. While I was waiting to fix them, I bought another set. And yeah, that was back in August of, maybe it was September or August of last year. And it was 115. So that price may have gone up though, because all the chip baloney. Me French, excuse me. Oh, that's cool. You're allowed to be French. It's alright. I won't hold it against you. I'm just going to keep adding to this pile here, and we'll just make a mega deck out of it. Adam, new physics. Yes. So 11.0, the mod update. I just released that. And that just came out, and it's fantastic. Everybody's really happy with it. But I learned a bunch of stuff from that update while I was playing around some more, and I'm now able to make the logs a little bit. I found some techniques for dampening them a bit and making them settle a little bit better. So there's a little bit more friction on them, or it'll feel like it. But as you can see, like when I drop them into these piles, they're staying in pretty nice rows, and they're not wiggling around quite as violently. I've also noticed that on the log trucks as well. When you're loading the bunks, they don't slide as much, or like out of sync with each other as much. So in turn, I've had to go back and rework all the grapples and rework all of the attachments to make sure that they can suit the new log physics that, if all goes well, I will be releasing in the next update whenever we get to that, which will be the 12.0. But yeah, pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy so far. Like I said, this is my first time bunching with the new physics, and it's pretty sweet. I'm gonna leave these ones. You know, let's leave them on this hill just to be absolute dicks. See how they settle. Oh, a little bit of bounce there. See, what'll happen is because these physics are constantly updating on the trees, they're always looking for a settle point. So if they can't find a settle point, they just keep moving and moving and moving and moving forever. And then they wig out. I'm gonna throw a bunch on this road here, down here. Or on this road, on this cliffside. Processing them might suck, but you know what? That'll be my problem when I get to the processor. So these ones are only touching 2 points of contact. They're not actually fully on the ground. So there's a much higher % chance that they'll wiggle around more. And like this one right here is just having the time of its life. Just bouncing around here. But terrain versus physics in this game has always been a miraculous thing. Very interesting times. But even for the fact that we're on a hill, they're being pretty chill. Being chill on the hill, yo. Green tea. This tool only cuts in real life. There is a similar one that cuts and removes branches. Oh yeah. Probably talking about a harvester head. And we have one of those as well, but we're logging a little bit differently. What's the next model you're looking at? Right now, well, the next new one I'm working on is a Tigercat 822. It's not a new model, it's one of my older models, but I've had a lot of guys emailing me that they want the 22 back. But the 22 is going on a tilter style body similar to this one. So like they have that tilter cab that can go up and down. I'm gonna have that exact same style of body, but put the 822 on it instead of having it a flat ground model. That seems to be the request anyway. We have the Wheeler buncher, and that's kind of a flat ground one. So if you really need a flat ground one, you can use that. But the tilter seems to be the popular thing. Everybody wants everything on a tilter now, so. Michael, you are the best YouTuber. Oh, thanks, man. I don't know if I'm the best, but I appreciate the feedback. Cat, no, no. The in-game trees definitely do not act like this. That's for sure. That's why I mess around with these things so much to try to get them better. Better is the goal all times. At least we finally have a little bit more challenging terrain. It's not just boring flat. You get some ugly hilly spots and make life a little bit more interesting. Especially once we get processing up here, this is gonna be a nightmare. Can't wait. Dare we try for this one too? Why not? My head's even fighting it. It's such a heavy grab. Oof, there you go. It's these trees right here. These ones, this one at the bottom, that one right there, these are so heavy. I guess there's quite a bit of tree there if you look at them. They're pretty long, so I guess that makes sense. Can't really see what I'm grabbing at. We're just gonna do some braille bunching here. There you go. See, we got it. And we're kind of just rounding out the corner here. Oops. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Smashing into trees. Doctor, will the yarder be back? I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of a mess at the moment. I'm gonna try some stuff and see if I can make it be better. But at the moment, it's kind of a nightmare, so we'll see. I won't say yes or no. I'll say hopefully. But I put a lot of time into the yarder getting it working, so I really want to save it. I don't want to have to toss that one. We need John Beer. Yeah. Yeah, no. Won't see anything related to that company on here. Not unless they change their tune and ask me to come do it, but that's a big no-go on the John Beers. That whole machine had so many issues there, Doc. It was more than just that. There's so much. But we'll see what happens. It might come back. I might have to, unfortunately... Like, the problem is, like, when I put that much time into something, I like to try to make, keep it going, but some of the ground issues we're having now, when Giants did their update and changed the stuff on the ground, we're having some issues with the way that walking tail swing thing was working, and it kind of falls through the ground. And it's super annoying because it was working pretty good on that one update, and then now it doesn't. And I'm trying to figure out a solution for how I can make it not fall through the ground like it was, or, you know, like it was before. And I have not found a solution for it yet, but we'll see. But if I can't find a solution, I can't release it because my moral standards of modding, I can't release something that's not going to work. And obviously if it's got major glitches, I can't be like, oh, just deal with the glitches. Haha, suckers. Like, you know, I have to keep to my standards. And it would suck, because like I said, I put a lot of time into that sucker, so I'm going to be really upset if I have to kibosh it. But like I said, I need to sit down and actually spend a lot more time with it. See if I can come up with other solutions. Spent like 3 hours on it the other night, just trying different things, and none of it worked, so that sucked. But I have another couple ideas that I thought about when I was away from it, and I hope they work, but my hope level is not super high at the moment. Not for that one. That's kind of another pain in the butt sometimes, is when I go do all this work on these mods, and then sometimes Giants will release an update, and unbeknownst to all us modders, it breaks everything, and then you're like, oh my god. And I try to stay on top of that stuff for like hot fixes and stuff for updates, but sometimes it just be what it is. Yeah, Matthew. See, the way I look at it, why would... So if there's a company that doesn't want to sponsor us, doesn't want us making their machinery, and basically says no, Why the hell would I even go pretend to imitate the brand? If they don't want us, I don't want them. Like, you know, that's totally... Why would I try to imitate something from a company that doesn't support us? We have so many great logging brands that sponsored us and want us. John Deere doesn't want anything to do with us. That is totally fine. But I'm not going to make a fake John Deere brand to try to imitate their equipment of somebody who doesn't want to be in the game or, you know, be part of this. So, nope. Screw them. Like I said, unless they suddenly come back and go, you know, Jordan, we've changed our minds. This would be really good for us. But it's, from all the things I've heard about that company, I don't think that'll ever happen in our lifetimes. So, good riddance. It loses grip on the trees after you hit the cut button. Well, once you hit the cut button... Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, Zach. So, like, you'll hit X, and it'll just not run. Like, it almost feels like the tree goes loose again. Yeah, totally. So, I figured out what that is. That's going to be something that comes out as a fix. It's just because the manual processor cut node is too low. So, what's happening is that manual cut head is hitting the tree by accident. And it's dropping the tree in your head. It's not supposed to do that. So I apologize, I know that's annoying. But it is something I have fixed. I just gotta release that. So for the time being, just... it's not all the time, it's only once in a while it happens. Because I had that report from a couple people. So just, for the time being, just rerun your tree. It was only on the really little trees I had it happening. I didn't have it on the big ones, but I could definitely see it happening in other aspects too. I don't really want to lay them down like that, but you know what? That'll make it a challenge for the processing part. That way a little bit more. And since I'm the processor operator, I can be as mean to the processor operator as I want because I am him, so I gotta go deal with my own problems. It also lets me test the heads at different angles. Because sometimes in life, you can't have a perfect setup all the time. You gotta have to fight with the world. And honestly, the bunching's just incredibly smooth these with the new physics. I love this. I mean, we're on pretty flat ground. I should probably really test it on some hills and stuff eventually, but I mean, like, all these piles have landed pretty much where I wanted them. I'm gonna actually switch and do some processing here. Catch up with the processor a bit. I mean, they all settled really nice, and they're sitting right where I left them. Alright, back to 6 meters. Here we go. Already set at 6, perfect. Green tea, do you do your own coding? Yes. Well, I mean, we use in-game scripts, so it's not like we're writing our own code from scratch, but if you're doing modding for this game, yeah, a lot of it's your own coding type. What I'm going to try to do, just to be weird here, go like this. Because these bunches are not super huge, I could probably do split piles here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the skinny little ones at the front here. instead of doing a double pile across from each other, because we don't have a lot of space, so we'll try this out. And then when we come through to forward it, we'll just have to remember that the fat ones are at the front and the skinny ones are at the back. Have you ever done farming? Farming? Yes. I am not a farmer though. The only time I actually seriously did farming was I did like a little series play with Grant from the squad. That was like back in the day there, but we did a little bit of farming stuff there, but you know, it just really isn't for me. I don't really like the farming side. I really like the logging side. I've done a little bit of farming in real life with friends on their farms and stuff like that, but like nothing serious. I totally think the process is cool, like farming in general, like especially in real life, but it's not like a passion of mine whatsoever. Logging, on the other hand, really like that. Obviously, pretty clear that I do like that. Oh, easy there, processor. Yeah, Zach. I created the problem in that case, so it's probably good I fix it. But I do care about the mods, so I want to make sure that they're functional for everybody. There's nothing that bothers me more than having something that doesn't function properly. And I'm actually surprised that we missed that issue when we did our testing, because the testers missed it and I missed it. And I did quite a bit of processing and I never ran into it. And then I started finding it on some of the smaller logs and I was like, ah, no. I'm gonna put the little ones up front here. But yeah, it'll be fixed. Well, it's fixed. It will be released in the next update, though. They're kind of laying on a bit of a 45 here, but that's alright. Once we're forwarding, it won't matter anyway. They can go wherever they want. BSD, would you ever consider adding Jake brakes to the trucks? And do you think you'll add the bush truck back? Oh, with the tidy tank. Maybe. The sound stuff, I don't think I'll add jake breaks just because of the way this game does the jake breaks. I think it sounds... I mean, the sound itself, you can bring in a really cool jake break sound, but it activates in a very non-cool way. Sounds in general, I wish I could work on a little bit more. That might be coming in a future update because I want to do some sound change stuff. But I did do a lot of work on the sound effects on these machines in like a long time ago in previous updates. But I'm definitely looking at revisiting some sound effects for sure. John Deere became equal to Ferrari. Superiority went to their heads. Yeah. Yeah, and I've heard so many stories from guys about just dealing with them as a company, and nothing about them seems to be for the farmer, the consumer. It's very much a them or die brand. But it's hurt them quite a bit over the years too, especially their right to repair bullshit that was going on. That was a big one. Not letting people repair their own equipment. Like, that's a huge deal. But a lot of guys I know, even locally, have dropped all their John Deere stuff. They don't use them anymore because of all that went on. Have to bring out a technician out to the middle of BF nowhere to work on your machine because only he has the special code reader that can open up the panel thing that he needs. It's just stupid shit like that. When a lot of the other brands have made it more accessible for people to work on it. So, I don't know. It's interesting. John Deere's kind of going the way of like Microsoft, where they just want to make everything a subscription. And you don't own your machine, you rent your machine. If it was up to Microsoft, I bet they would make it so you have to rent Windows and you don't actually have to, you don't get to own it anymore. That's probably how they would rather have their whole setup. And I think that's a lot of big brands see a lot of money in that, and that's kind of the way they're heading. But that's okay, because you know what? People are just going to drop off those brands. I mean, I would. If you guys had to pay a monthly subscription for Windows, how long would you keep Windows? You'd find an alternative pretty darn fast. Save this once in a while, too. Yeah, I don't know. Some brands just don't understand, man. I'm gonna run out of room in this deck here at this rate. John Deere is overrated. Yeah. Yeah, they've kind of done that to themselves, I think. Which is crazy, because some of the other brands have become really big too, and they still have a really good reputation and good customer service and all that fun stuff, but John Deere really, well, yeah, like Ferrari, good example. They just really turned it into a, we're full of ourselves kind of brand, as opposed to, we're there for you kind of brand, right? One thing you'll never see from FDR Logging. Unless someone writes me a check for, like, you know, $1 billion or something, then I might, you know, pretty hard not to sell out over big money like that, right? I don't think we quite have the the growth model that those kind of companies like, though. So we're safe. Don't you worry, we're safe. Some car brands, it's ridiculous that only technician from the brand can fix it. Oh yeah, there's some wild there's some wild subscription-y type stuff brands are doing with cars. It's ridiculous. But if consumers are smart, they won't buy into that stuff and they'll go to the brands that don't do it, and then suddenly those car manufacturers that do that kind of crap will be crying and going, oh please take us back, we're sorry, we'll never do that again. But some brands that do that ruin their brand forever. I've seen companies go out of business that change their policies, and people just said, oh, I'm not going to deal with them anymore because they're a bad deal. And if you do that kind of dumb stuff, then you lose your brand integrity, and then poof, see you later. I know the customer isn't always right, but when your majority of your customers think what you're doing is a bad idea, then it's probably a bad idea. But the bigger a company gets, the more corporate it gets, the more the more idiots at the top, it seems. Which creates a bit of a nightmare. $731. Love your mods. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Johan, can I play with you? I'm just doing single player stuff. I keep pretending or promising that I'm going to pretend to eventually host a public game one day. And I might do that. I might just do a surprise one where everybody can join. I might do that on the 12.0 release. I don't think I'm going to do it on the 11. Again, nothing's a promise. It's all dependent on time and what I'm doing. Today is mod testing / playing day, and so far everything's been going pretty smooth, so I'm happy. But man, the last few days of mod testing have not been going well when I was messing with stuff. Now we've finally reached that point where the mods are stable again, and I'm kind of happy. Now I got to keep my fingers out of the cookie jar in modding so that I can just let it be happy and stable. My buddy runs a Tiger Cat 850 with a buncher. An 850 with a buncher? I've never seen the 850 with a buncher head on it. Or he runs like alongside a buncher. Except the only, like you're talking this guy, right? Like this is the 850. Where is the 850? This one. This is the 850. So I've never seen one of these with a buncher head, but that's cool if it is. I've always seen them with processor head, at least up here in North American style, I guess. In Newfoundland, yeah, that's cool. If you ever get a picture of that mic, I want to see what that looks like. That sounds cool as hell. I thought they were specifically for processing, but that's cool. Kyle Buchanan. We are playing Farming Simulator 2025 with FDR Logging mods, which I am the creator of. Go to www.fdrlogging.com and you can find out everything you ever needed to know. I have it all there in a nice, neat, wrapped up package for everybody to see. Those piles are settling okay. That one's got a little bit of bounciness going on there, but not too bad. Yeah, alright, well, keep rolling, see where we end up here. Yeah, tell them to get one. If you do get one, send it to my email, which is info@fdrlogging.com. I got another guy that would probably want to see that too. Because a friend of mine that works in the bush locally here, they have an 850, but they've only had a processor head on it. And they were talking about putting a grapple on it for hoe chucking and stuff. But they weren't sure the configuration, whether it would work out or not. It could be just because they have a different arm style, but like I said, I'd love to see that. Then I maybe can send him a copy. See how he has it on his buncher head, and then maybe they can get a hint from it. And even these ones that I laid on the hill all ugly like here, they're actually behaving quite well. One thing I love about this Hitachi, the 210, like this low cab one, it's got such a long arm on it. So good for processing. Ooh. Expert working. Oh, I wouldn't say expert, but experienced. Let's go with that. I guess that's the lead up to expert, experienced. Well experienced. Wrong number. Oh, it's a 870. Oh, okay. Yeah, totally. Okay, yeah, 870, definitely a popular buncher for sure. But I was like, man, I've never seen 850 with a buncher application. That would have been cool as hell, though. That is a heavy-ass tree. Alright, well, we'll just drop it where we can here. When you get these really heavy trees, you can't really control them with the processor head until the weight's kind of out of the tree, and then they'll start turning free again, but kind of like real life. Oops, I don't really want that in there. Let's put it in this deck. What mod? This is FDR Logging mods on Farming Simulator 2025. Go download it at www.fdrlogging.com for free. All my mods are free. I'd be rich if I charged money for my mods. But I won't. I see some other modders that have found a way to get around the way to do that, but I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. For all these years of offering them for free, I can't pay model them. I just can't do it. In this economy, come on. If people want to give us money, they can give us money by a donation. If they don't, why the hell would you want to force people? What a dick move. Actually had a couple conversations with some other modders about that, and a couple heated exchanges. Well, you know what? It was their fault. They called me an idiot, so they got everything that they deserved from that conversation. That's the way I look at it. But I'm pretty chill when it comes to stuff, but when people are like mad because you're offering a service that you can make more money on, I don't know, I get pretty annoyed by that. Shit's expensive in real life. We don't need to do this in gaming too. I always say leave the option available. If somebody wants to be generous and donate, absolutely can. The option is there for those who want to, but it shouldn't be a requirement for someone to have entertainment. But that's probably why I'm not as financially well off. I'm not a shark. I'm not as sharky as some of the other people. Whatever. I'm happy, and that's all that matters to me. That one pile. It's that one little log just didn't want to play nice there. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Little taps. Oops. It's not really what I wanted to do, but hey, we're here now. And then I want to test the forwarder too, so I should probably do that after this pile. I'll test the forwarder. Because I haven't tested that either with the new physics stuff that I've changed. Gotta share your art. Yeah, exactly. Sharing the art is fun. And I think, like, a lot of guys see the modding side as a financial thing. I don't know how. Like, maybe there's guys that are making really good money off of modding. I don't know who they are, but good power to them. I don't see it as a financial thing. I've never seen this as like, oh man, we can make so much money. I don't think that's a thing, at least not from my perspective. This isn't something where I'm going to be like, I'm going to be a full-time modder and I'm quitting my job. No, not happening. But some people see the modding scene as like, oh, I can make money off this, so they just mass produce stuff whether it's working or not. I don't see it that way. I see it as something that, like, as a passionate thing that I love. Like, I love the logging stuff and I love modding for it. That's kind of where I settle for it. And like I said, if there was zero money in it, I'd still do it. I really don't care. And I mean, there's still pretty much zero money. There's enough money in it now that it at least sustains itself fairly well from donations and stuff. I don't have to put a lot of my own cash into it anymore, which I used to a lot. Oops. Oh man, look what we did. How'd we do that? I don't even know how that happened. Release me. There we go. But like I said, you know, the true value I get from this is not financial. It is creating something that other people can go enjoy. Like I said, you can go buy joysticks in this game and have all these mods for free and just rock it, right? And have fun. And then the feedback I get from people saying, you know, the biggest compliment that I get all the time, and I've gotten hundreds of replies for this now, but it's people who started on this game and then became real life loggers using my mods. And I think that is the biggest compliment you could ever get. I love that so much. But that's what I get. That's my, instead of financial reward, I get like a, I don't know, a good deed reward of, you know, having people play this stuff and actually love it and have fun with it. And that is just so much more rewarding than, you know, a paycheck from it. At least to me anyway. I don't know, maybe other people have different morals or different ideas, but I've had a lot of people call me an idiot for not making some financial decisions about the mods to make more money off of them. And yeah, there's a lot of shady shit you could absolutely do to make more money with these mods and paywall them and do stuff and lock them behind doors. Lots of things I absolutely could do, and stuff that I've been suggested to do by other modders and marketing guys. I'm just not doing it. I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to stuff like that. Like, you know, if it's working, it's working. I'm not looking for some crazy growth model out of this where we're going to be turning it into $1 billion business or some crazy crap like that. This is just fun. And I want you guys to be able to share in the fun that I have. That's it. That's probably how we'll die. But if some billionaire wants to come write me a check for, like, you know, literally $1 billion or some crazy stuff and say, hey, we're buying FDR Logging, sorry guys. I'll start up a new one. I'll call it like DFR Logging, and then we'll just change it. I'll sell out for a price, but no. This is fun. Like I said, I'm not going to try to make some scammy business model to try to make more money off of it. Just think that's stupid. Plus, you hurt your brand doing that. We were just talking about that, right? Obviously, with John Deere and Ferrari and Microsoft. And if it's not optional, people will run screaming. That's usually how I see it. All right, let's test out that forwarder. Let's do it. Oh man, we got a long way to go here because we're way up here. And then after I probably load this up and then I gotta run here. It's almost time to get ready to go to work. Real jobs. Nobody likes real jobs, but I guess we gotta do them, eh? I wonder if this thing's strong enough to pick that pup trailer up. Oh, maybe I'll load it on my bunk. We're gonna take it with us. Can't believe I can lift that. I guess it's only like, what, 8,500 pounds or something. That's not too much. Cool. I wonder if we can rotate that. Oh, tap, 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 tap. Huh, can't believe it lifted that. That's cool. Right on, right on. All right, this is our sweet corner here now. Maybe we'll grab all the little crap first. Little pieces first. Alright, let's see how it handles on this stuff now. I think it should be good. Well, that feels pretty good. Another thing I want to do is a butt test. See if I can smack him without... Oh, oops. Oh, jeez, that was bad. Without opening the grapple. I don't know if I can get enough force to do that. Oh, yeah, I guess it does. It does slide a little bit. Cool. I was trying that out with the fixed heads. You can actually butt the trees like real life up against the... up against it without having to open your grapple very much, and it's pretty sweet. I should also see if we can pencil properly too. Oh, yeah. Hey, right on. Good. That was an issue we were having. That's good. Man, we actually fixed something properly for once in our lives. Look at that. And so far, everything has worked out. The bunching's good. Processing was really good. The forwarding's good. The loading was good. What do we got left to test? Skidding. Ooh, I haven't tested the skidders. We'll do that another time. I guess these are the small ones here. Mr. T-Bone, how you doing, buddy? We're just having a small, chill little stream today. Man, we had some really wild, busy ones there the other night. Sometimes we get a lot of people in here. It's kind of crazy. But other times it's just nice and chill. You are good. Oh, that's good. What are you up to on this fine... What the hell day are we on? A Tuesday? Wednesday? What the hell are we on? Look at my phone. Tuesday. There you go. I knew it was Tuesday. Of course I knew that. Sorry. Wife text. Gotta respond to the wife text there. So the other thing is we're parked on a downhill, and the friction in these trailers is a little bit lower than it was before, so it's going to be a little more slippery on the downhill. But even in real life, you don't want to load a forwarder with the bunk facing downhill. I've heard some funny stories. Especially you get the wet stuff. We're getting into some little bit ugly terrain here. Whoa, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. It grabs like a boss. Like a boss. You guys ever seen that episode? It was it Impractical Jokers, I think it was? Where he has to yell, it's like a boss at this meeting or whatever. Oh man. It's like activate the highest level of secondhand embarrassment. It's just so funny though. Logging, how you doing, man? How's tricks today? We're gonna put all these little mini ones. We'll put them back here. Should be able to add more to this pile, hopefully. These logs are all slipped out of place from our last log physics. Let's see if they stay in place now with the new log physics after we kind of straighten them up here a bit. You know what I hate? I hate that load-in thing that's happening on the ground. That drives me nuts. So like when I drive, Ed, see how that pops into the ground? Oh, there you go. Like these little squares popping in. I don't know why it's doing that. Tried to figure it out, but it's got to be some kind of a load-in thing, but it's only a recent thing, so I'm wondering if it's like a update. I tried changing my graphics settings, I tried messing around with that, and it's still doing it. And I don't know what the heck it is. Waiting till 3 p.m. your time to go live. That's fair. 3 p.m.'s a good time. I might do a live again later tonight. We'll see how it goes, but after I'm done unloading this trailer, I do gotta go because I gotta go to my real work. Boo. But I guess that's just the way she goes, hey? Gotta work for the ever almighty dollar that we love so much. Why am I stacking piles instead of selling them? Well, I stack them alongside the road so that I can... So the whole purpose of this machine, it's called a forwarder. And the purpose of that is to bring the wood from the bush forward to a position on the road. So then I come along with the log truck over here that has the big trailer. And then you can throw the logs onto it. This is called roadside logging. We do it a lot where we live here. Probably a lot of other places too. But that way it's all alongside the road, so you don't have to drag this long-ass trailer down through the bush and get it all caught in the woods, and it just makes it way easier to create landings and stuff. So we bring it here, pile it alongside the road, and then this truck comes by and we load it with these big loaders onto the sides of them. Yeah. You betcha, man. Alright, okay guys, well, I do gotta run because it is time to go to real work, unfortunately. But I'll probably be live streaming again tonight, late in the hours of the evening if you guys are around. But thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.